Hey, you lot, welcome back to Littlewoods Live. Now, two things to apologise for. Mea culpa. Unfortunately, we were a little late starting. And also, I understand from the entire country that we had some audio problems right at the very beginning. Please forgive me. Do bear in mind, though, you will be able to see this broadcast more or less in its entirety on the Littlewoods website from Friday. Now, this is a fascinating urban social experiment, ladies and gentlemen. I am hoping to achieve the unachievable. Live and in front of your very eyes, I am planning to create 4 of the most exquisite rooms you've ever seen in your life using the fabulous product that I've designed exclusively for Littlewoods. Now, bear in mind, this is the first time that anybody has seen it. We've had the journalists in all day. They've loved it. They've billed. They've cooed. They've decided that they're going to make it very much their product of the month. Is it going to be your product of the month? Keep watching. Bear in mind, everything you can see, apart from me and indeed Kevin, can be ordered via the website. What you have to do is do a kind of a little clicky thing downstairs at the bottom of your screen, which I think sounds rather rude, but could be quite fun. It's all available to order now. And just remember, you too could be reclining in this kind of luxury. Back off a bit, back off a bit. Look what we did. Bless you. Sorry. Are you all right? Didn't twist your ankle or anything? I told him not to wear slingbacks. Now, listen, also, don't forget, we've been running a fabulous competition on Littlewoods Live. 1,000 of your earth pounds to spend at Littlewoods. Heavens! And that buys an enormous... Oh, thank you. Oh, look at them all. Blimey. That buys an enormous amount from Littlewoods because, as we all know, Littlewoods are committed to the concept of democratic design. It's all about affordable luxury. There's nothing hoity-toity when it comes to the prices, and you can spread the load. So, where are we now? We are about to do something absolutely lovely for an urban child. Also, I will be announcing a bit later on the winner of the Littlewoods Live competition. And we've had a bit of a problem. People are trying to actually get in touch now and actually put their entries in. Unfortunately, how can I break this to you? You can't. You should have done that ages ago. You're too late. Watch out for the next one. But I will be awarding spot prizes, so for goodness sake, keep ringing, keep on the Facebook wall. I want to know exactly what you think about interior design. I want to know if there's anything I can do to help you have a lovely place to live. Aren't I caring? And also, anyone wants to talk about my tie? That's absolutely fine too. So, onto the Facebook page, but still to come, 4 fabulous 5-minute makeovers featuring, guess what? Sexy bedroom and an absolutely lovely romantic dining sitting room. Do stay with us. Now, here, come follow, come follow. This, ladies and gentlemen, will be a fabulous urban bachelor pad. But for no ordinary bachelor pad, we are talking about a child. I love creating spaces for children's bedrooms. I mean, we all were there, weren't we? You remember when we were young, the one thing we wanted to do more than anything was have our own space within the family unit. We wanted our own style. And things certainly haven't changed. So within my collection, I've got two children's collections. There's Glamorazzi for the little ladies, see what I've done there, and then there's I Spy for the gentleman. Oh, yes, indeed. One of these things that's quite interesting, though, I mean, I am honestly working very, very hard with all this stuff that I'm designing to respond to a need. And I know that for a lot of people, we all feel as if we're living in contracting spaces. We're living in smaller and smaller areas. Often, we've got multi-generational living. We're having to put children into corners. We're having to actually use grandparents. So what I'm trying to do here is to show you that even if you've got an adjacent bedroom, as long as you can keep some of the colours, some of the finishes en suite, it doesn't shrink the space. It doesn't look too crazy. It's a very continental idea, and I think it's something we're all going to have to get a little bit used to. But enough of that. So it's not just me, ladies and gentlemen. It could be, but it's not just me. I have a willing team of helpers, all of whom have been specifically told by the judge as part of their parole they have to come and help. Give us a wave, come on. Woo! Look at that. Aren't they? Woo! Woo! Now, frighteningly, some of those are actually human. I knew you wouldn't get it. I've also got the lovely Alex here. Oh, gosh, they're going to drop something. I think I might have upset them. We've got Captain Alex, who is, you're marshalling the telephones of the Facebook, really, aren't you?
All over the Facebook, and
yeah?
they love it tonight.
Do they?
Commenting
Are they
in
liking me?
droves. They're loving it.
They're droves. Because we have had an amazing, listen, we have such an amazing response all week from people wanting to join into this, be part of this, which I think is absolutely extraordinary. It's the first time it's ever been tried, and as far as I'm concerned, probably the last time I'll ever do it. My swan song. So here we are. Now, Alex, we are going to be creating something absolutely extraordinary here for a young urban bachelor. Kevin, team, are you ready?
Yes.
Oh, there we are. In 5, Panto comes early to Littlewoods Live. In 5, in 4, in 3, what comes next? In 2, in 2, in 1. Come on, let's get it in. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Whoa. That's working. Now, that is, whoa, watch out. I feel terribly worried that you might graze your knees. This is a very interesting thing as far as I'm concerned. Obviously, one of the things that is crucial in a children's bedroom is storage. The little monkeys, they really have so many bits and pieces that they need to put their things in. So one of the things I've made sure I've done was something like the bed, which I think works very well. What's the bed called, Kevin? I can't remember. Is it called Kevin?
Yes,
it should be.
You can call it Kevin tonight. Let's call it Kevin tonight.
We've got storage under the bed, but also a very robust construction, which I think is incredibly important. The other thing that I think is worth remembering with this kind of scheme, I mean, I've got 2 teenage girls, and actually ever since they were, 4 or 5, they always wanted something a little bit grown up. You know, you can't sell them fairies and pixies these days. They want it urban, they want it fashionable, they want it extremely poppy. So what I've done with this look is create this idea of a kind of an early 60s I Spy experience. It's very much about international travel, it's very much about globalization, but also, and I think this is quite interesting, the colour palette is very restricted. How are we doing for time?
We've got 2 minutes.
2 minutes, 2 minutes. It's not doing badly, actually. Where's the rug, for goodness sake? Kevin, oh look, Kevin, do you know what? Kevin is known for his hospital corners. Well done. Hang on, it's all very exciting. Apparently we've got someone on the telephone. Come on, who are you? Oh, they've hung up.
Well, Jenny sent us a message on Facebook. She said she's got 6 children ranging from 2 to 15.
Yes.
And they've got pink for the girls, blue for the boys. And
Right.
he keeps on jazzing it up.
Well, why not mix them both and get lilac? You never know these days. It's a whole new century. I think it's a very interesting issue, actually, because actually, did you know that 78% of the male population of this country put on a pink shirt to pull? Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
I might just have made that up, but actually I didn't. And it's very interesting that actually these days, pink has become a very kind of transitional colour that's less to do with gender than it used to be. Kevin, you've broken something.
Stephanie,
Oh, hang on, Stephanie's back. What happened to you, Steph?
It's Gaynor.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm very pleased. Now, how can I help your world of interior pain?
Well, can I just firstly say that I absolutely love your beard?
Oh, can I just say, Stephanie, you've got fabulously good taste. I'm here to be loved.
Well, I love you.
But let's move on to your interior. Mrs. Llewelyn Bowen's in the audience, and she's looking daggers at me.
Yeah, well, it is.
Half the time gone. What can I do to help, Steph?
Oh, sorry, it's Gaynor.
Gaynor.
Oh, Gaynor, I do apologise. What can I do to help Gaynor?
I've got a 9-year-old boy.
Yes.
I want to redecorate his bedroom,
Yes.
and he's not really into football. So I'm just wondering if you've got any suggestions of how to keep it fun.
Well, in fact, Gaynor, I think you do very well to actually do this. Don't forget, mind that. Don't forget that everything you can see is available to order from Littlewoods Live, for goodness sake. But no, it's interesting because I wanted to do something for the collection that wasn't about football, wasn't about licensed characters, but was about this kind of very slick and I think very elegant interpretation of 60s design. And of course, these days, and a 9-year-old boy, for goodness sake, they're going to be very style conscious. So what I've done is use a palette of greys and silvers and reds, which to me have a real sense of sort of joining. They feel like uniform colours. They feel like the sort of thing that you get in a regiment or an army or a football team, without necessarily being a football team. So my advice to you, Gaynor, is to find colours that really work like that, and then find motifs that are going to, encourage some kind of sense of elegance. I mean, we've got some Union Jacks going on here. I mean, Union Jacks, obviously, I believe there was a Jubilee last week. They're obviously very much all in the forefront of our minds. But one of the things I really like is heraldry. Look out things like old-fashioned shields and school badges, elements like that that bring a sense of sort of boy's own wonder to the space, without necessarily being specifically about a particular team. Now, Kevin, where are you? Are you having a little bit of a lie down on chaise longue? Call forth Kevin.
Laurence, I must say, Stephanie.
Oh, hang on. Steph's
Stephanie
back.
really likes the lamp on
Ah,
Facebook.
now, come here. Kevin, tell us about the lamp.
The lamp.
We love the lamp.
The lamp is a 1950s look.
Yeah.
It's quite heavy. Good
Yeah.
quality. Brilliant.
Good quality.
Great. Get the quality and the value in
Can
there.
I just apologise for Kevin? He thinks he's on a market stall. We can all see its quality, Kevin, for goodness sake.
No, it's a good solid lamp.
No, it is.
It's great.
It's
It's
very,
great for boys' bedroom as well.
I mean, one of the things that really works for me is the fact that, yes, this is a very small space. You know, this is a box room. But actually, one overscaled item like that lamp immediately gives it a kind of very glamorous, slightly surreal feel to it. And of course, it's very, very useful. You know, to have that lamp over the bed is exactly what you need when you're reading your Beano.
And
So-
Michelle is really liking the quilt as well. She says the telephone box perfect.
Yeah, absolutely right. I mean, we've worked very, very hard, I think, trying to assemble a series of icons of images that kind of express this whole idea of early 60s London, of early 60s Britain, without it being too, without it being too obvious, I hope. Because I think this is the big problem for all of us as parents, is the idea of decorating a child's room or buying loads and loads of kit in the latest, kind of licensed product, and then knowing that actually within a couple of months, because of peer pressure, because of what they're saying in the playground, they want something new. Isn't that right? I'm trying to create something here that is classic enough for you to make a decision to create the space and then stick to it. This is a 5-minute makeover, ladies and gentlemen. It's going very... What is the time like, by the way?
Well, we finished in 2 minutes.
Sweet.
It was great.
For
No,
goodness sake.
less than 2 minutes.
Less than 2
Less than
minutes.
2
For goodness
minutes.
sake. Oi, you lot, will you slow down? Apparently you finished in 2 minutes. You'll be giving everyone the wrong idea. Apparently, most of the telephone calls are about where they can get you three.
Really?
They are. We're calling them... I'm trying to think of a product name for them. I'm thinking Stooge. Someone on the line. Who are you? Name, rank and serial number. Who are you?
Hello, I'm Anya from Plymouth. How are you?
I'm very well. How's Plymouth?
Oh, it's wonderful. I love your skull and crossbow tie. Very stylish and edgy.
Oh, thank you very much indeed. Yes, you see that? Little bit of Dame Vivian for you. Only the best for my friends on Littlewoods Live. Littlewoods Live. So, how, Miss Plymouth, how can I help? How can I solve your interior issues?
Well, I love collecting things, and my home's now looking quite cluttered, and I
Right.
was wanting your advice on how to kind of streamline and make things a bit more chic without parting with anything sentimental.
It's a difficult one, because I have always encouraged people to clutter. All of those silly people that wanted to throw everything into storage and to go for minimalism and modernism. I think that's rubbish. We Brits love to collect. We love to hoard. Everything you've got is an expression. Oh, bless you, by the way. Sorry. Sorry, cameraman's having a fag. Stop me if you've heard it before. Everything we collect, everything you've got in your home has a memory attached to it, doesn't it? It's not just something that you've just madly gone, ooh, I like that, unless you are a kleptomaniac. But fundamentally, most of the time, these are all things that are stuff we bought on holidays or stuff we bought as part of an experience, and that needs to be celebrated. Now, what I would suggest you did, though, is to actually do the blind box test, which is to take all of your stuff and to put it in boxes, and then very gradually just take 2 or 3 things out. Basically, every 2 or 3 days, take another 2 or 3 things out and see whether you actually miss the stuff that's still in the box. If you don't miss the stuff, then, hey, good heavens, why not just leave it where it is? I hope that helps. Don't forget to keep liking the page, /licking the page, and sharing it with all your friends. Well, when I say sharing, don't lick it and then share the lick with your friends. Just share it with all your friends. All this techno garble is well beyond it. We'll be here until 10 o'clock, unless we get dragged off the air. There's stacks more to come. Oh,
We've
what?
got a spot prize to give away.
We have got a
Best
spot
comment.
prize. And do you know what? I'm not going to give it to Mrs. Plymouth because you've got far too much going on anymore there. Who was the lady before that? She was lovely.
With the lady before, Stephanie, I think it was.
Stephanie, it's yours. And we are giving you
Woolart.
Alex. Woolart.
And
Woolart. And Alex.
And
which is
Claire
absolutely
says, thanks for keeping me entertained while the husband watches the football. So
Is there
thank
football on
you.
tonight, people? What on earth are you doing watching football? This is far more interesting. So keep an eye on the ad break coming up because there's an exclusive discount code just for you which will allow you to achieve a fabulous discount on my range. Also, I will be handing out more spot prizes after the break. Plus, someone out there will be receiving 1,000 Littlewoods pounds with which to do whatever they want in Littlewoods for sure. Yeah. 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 So whatever you do, make sure you come back after the break. I'm actually having quite a good time. I don't know about you lot. See you after the break.